Hello everyone. Just logged in today and saw that I was getting a lot of defensive victories in Arena, and that is because I changed my defense a couple of days ago. So finding myself at 26, no, 25, 32 or something like this. So I thought, okay, that's my opportunity to get to 2600 for the first time. It gives you some nice rewards. When you get there to 2800, it's almost impossible because you progress very slowly by beating people close to you. You get very little points, and it's very nice to get those ranked rewards. I had number one. It's easier to go for number one when the arena just started. But before it ends, it's an opportunity for you to reach these points here. And I don't know if I will see it at 2600. I definitely have guaranteed the 2400. And as you see here, I have one more defensive victory. Where I won, and it's also very easy to win with this new team. So let's show it. I have the same basically on offense and on defense. I'm not gonna attack, but I'm also showing that they have something similar on defense. I don't know, like if the two Green Lanterns here are trolling a bit or not, but having also Master's Team synergy with a Blue Beetle and Nightwing, and then Wonder Woman and Zatanna. So I have basically the same, I think exactly the same defense, yes. Wonder Woman going first, Nightwing going second. Then you go Zatanna, Ocean Master, and Blue Beetle is the ultimate order. I don't have too many reinforcement unlocked, so I go with this that gives you some energy and some defense that lasts for the whole match. Then you have the stun that this doesn't affect how quickly the stun will go off. This just goes immediately, while this you need to wait one turn for it to activate. And then I have the mirror. I can show it here. That you need to wait for 2 turns anyway to activate, and it can heal your team. I had the rendering close the tiger for a while, but this works better for once if the opponents have rendering close. This kind of counters it, and it does a bit of a more impactful healing than this does impactful damage. Also, maybe you want a little bit more sustain on your back row with this team. So basically with Blue Beetle changes, maybe I was a little bit late to the trend, so I didn't try a block team like this immediately, but then I faced a couple of them on defense and they were stronger than I expected, and that's because they changed like a few weeks ago how Blue Beetle works and how block counters crit. My understanding is that crit could not be blocked, so that it wasn't reduced damage, or it was ignoring maybe even the triggering of block, so it activates some other stuff besides the block amount. So maybe like this affinity here. I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't tested like if crit to what degree crit is ignoring blocks or not. But they basically wrote that a crit will not ignore block anymore. Crit can be blocked, so block is stronger against crit. And having someone like Blue Beetle in here, because the best character that everyone will be using in Arena is Wonder Woman, he counters them. So with his ultimate that I don't use, gives shelter that increases the damage taken by 50% on the back row. So this helps with that, definitely. His basic attacks removes frantic from the opponents, and it attacks the enemy with highest crit rate, so definitely goes after Wonder Woman. And he also gains 1 stack of Firm Sarn, so he blocks more. Advanced attack. does put out weekend that works with a Ocean Master, but what's interesting is if he's at rank 9, where if the enemy target has frantic, one stack is converted to exhaustion. That you don't even need to have this, but definitely bringing Blue Beetle from 2 to 3 reds made him viable for arena for me and strong, and made this team possible to go as my first main stage team that works awesome. Otherwise they would die, they couldn't survive here. So Blue Beetle is an awesome character. They were as a second team that were working great. So maybe if you have Sinestro unlocked, you can select the on the offer where the legendary is. Blue Beetle is definitely a strong candidate if you have a Wonder Woman in the, or at least Wonder Woman selected as your legendary. You haven't wasted the banner, and you have Sinestro unlocked that you can pull from this. I still would prefer Sinestro because this is very much RNG. It takes a while to go. So Blue Beetle, besides like here his passive, when he's hit by critical attack, increases the damage reduction of the back row. Then he gains block. Then he gains more crit damage reduction if he's around 10. And when he has block as a stat, he gives crit damage reduction to the back row ally and himself. So he's very much a counter to Wonder Woman. He has block and block amount, and defense bonus and HP bonus that allow him to be very survivable. In his emblem, when back row ally is damaged by critical attack, Blue Beetle will counter attack. Then enemies damaged with a counter attack will increase the crit rate but reduce the crit damage. So this feeds more into him that when he's hit by critical attack, it increases the damage reduction for the back row because the opponent will crit more but do less damage. I don't know how strong a team like this would be with just Ocean Master and Nightwing, and I'm kind of beating those teams. Wonder Woman is still arena meta and she's very strong, but maybe not like as dominant with a crit team synergy as they were. That maybe still what I would be running. So I'm gonna show my Elite Arena what I have, and I was running this as a arena team for a long time until a few days ago, where I tried 3 block characters in there. And if you don't have Blue Beetle, probably this is still stronger, the strongest second option. So you have like Wonder Woman, and you have 2 other characters that make her do a lot more damage in the first, especially very early on. So she may kill the opponents before they take a turn, and I have speed on everyone, to at least 1 piece. So Red Hood gives crit chance and crit damage to his team for the first 3 rounds. He may die, and in an arena setting, this is he kinda works nice because it's usually quicker matches. So even if he dies, he revives and does a free ultimate that can flip a match around a lot. And being in this placement also gives a little bit of breathing room to Lex to read his ultimate and then protect his teammate if the first ultimate of Wonder Woman hasn't killed too many people, and then she can take some survive a bit more, so she reaches her ultimate for a second time and maybe kill people. So I had this team basically. I moved the Wonder Woman around here or here depending on which tank I wanted to target and who was in the front row. Especially if Wonder Woman was where Red Hood is, I would leave her here. The opponent's Wonder Woman in the front row. And if Wonder Woman was where my Lex is, I would have her here to target the opponent's Wonder Woman. So many people have Wonder Woman in the front row in arena, so this allows you to do that. And this would still be the team. I know they're working very well in defense as a block team because with the crit you kinda don't know you you the opponents can manipulate where they put their tanks, and Nightwing to a big degree nullifies Wonder Woman. You can put him in the front row to absorb a advanced attack of Wonder Woman and take very little damage in many situations. You can use his stun that he targets the opponent with the highest attack. That's why I also have him at the second turn. So if Wonder Woman doesn't stun and the Batmobile doesn't stun, then Nightwing can stun the opponent's Wonder Woman or whoever the biggest damage dealer is. So this definitely works better on defense. Even a Blue Beetle seems to be very sturdy against like an opponent's Wonder Woman at 3 red. And also Master gives some extra healing at 5 red with him synergy, which is strong and increases the attack for my Wonder Woman to go boom, basically. Zatanna gives a little bit of buffs because Nightwing needs to have buffs on him for his ultimate chance to be high. So this team was working very well for me. I won pretty much everything I tried, but I'm also getting defensive victories that usually I wasn't getting, and this is the highest placement I've ever gotten in arena. I'm in a very competitive arena with a high spender, so I'm very happy with how this team works, especially like considering, okay, this is a less than 7 million, and we need to go up against the one that's 8.8 million, and I don't know if they like Green Lantern John there is actually the optimal choice, or they could throw a bigger card and they just want maybe to lose a little bit so they can gain more points when they win, or just to brag that, okay, even my John, that's one of the worst characters, epics in the game, still beats your team. So kind of a bait, because the other characters are very strong. That's it for now, guys. Good luck in arena. Highly recommend this team for you to throw on defense as well and try on offense. If I didn't have Blue Beetle, I would still go with my older arena meta with a Red Hood that gives crit anti-crit damage, and with Two-Face that gives damage amplification. If he's in the back row, he gives damage amplification to people in the back row. And I still run this as a team for now in Elite Arena, and it works nice.